Hi everyone, and welcome to the Good Woo. I just wanted to take some time to do a separate video about this coming weekend and the solar eclipse aligned with the summer solstice. So one thing, first of all, Stonehenge is live streaming its solstice celebration. I highly recommend you guys peep that, because the summer solstice is a magical turning point in the wheel of the year. And we have access to unique energies during that portal. Now, the fact that this coincides with a solar eclipse makes it even more important that we mark this moment, that we become still enough to really absorb the good, useful, and inspirational energies that are going to be coming towards us. Now, this solar eclipse is the last in a series of eclipses that have been on the Cancer and Capricorn axis. This is the Cancer being the sign of maternal energy and the Capricorn being the sign of paternal energy. So we have all been working through issues of how we were parented. What does parenting mean? What are the new structures of parenting for the future? And really understanding that regardless of how your childhood was, as an adult, you are responsible for your life and your actions and your choices. And you're responsible for your dreams and your visions and your desires. And that at some point you have to, regardless of what your mom or dad was like, you have to become that energy for yourself. You have to become your father who gives you that support and discipline. You have to become the mother who gives you that nurturance and understanding. And this week is going to call to it, because aligned in this solar eclipse is some energy around the planet Mars that is going to bring up for us frustration, anger, rage. And if we act on that, because of the fact that we're in eclipse season, the detrimental effects of acting out in our anger untethered will create issues for a long time to come. So that includes what we write, what we say, what we do. And because emotions, and we are vibratory beings, we are a great, huge magnetic field, the energy of anger also affects in general what we are putting out into the world and what we are bringing back in. So this eclipse is going to connect us with our anger and give us an opportunity to think outside of the box with it. So again, with this eclipse, some tips. Do not act out in anger. Take time to center yourself, to breathe through it. Anger, when it's in our body, it's a very strong sensation. This week, take time to sit with the sensation of anger. Allow it to, as in your mind's eye, allow it to show its color to you, to show it what created this anger the first time. When did I experience this kind of anger for the first time? Let it show you. Go to that memory. By going to that memory in this way, you are dissolving the negative effects of when that anger first surfaced. So this trigger, the trigger that we're going to be experiencing this week, or many triggers, those go all the way back to the first time we experienced anger. Now, this eclipse is at 0 degrees of Cancer. This says the energies that are going to be coming up that are being triggered, so the outside world and outside people triggering your anger, but that anger was not created by the triggers. It's just being baited by the triggers. The anger was created earlier on in your life. And with an eclipse at the 0 point, it would say that this could be before we were even able to talk. So if you've been around a toddler, you have children, then you know before language comes online for humans, we don't have a way to really express why we're angry. So we flail and we yell and we scream. And that energy is what's going to be coming up. That before language, that time when we were toddlers, and the first times we experienced anger and powerlessness and frustration, that's what's going to be triggered with this eclipse. So ways to work through that. Scream into a pillow, right? This is my trusty friend. Scream into a pillow. Do the 2-minute tango. I'll put that video up here. That is a great way to move through some of these energies that are going to be triggered. Another way that we can work through this kind of primordial anger and frustration is to move. Now, you know, in the weekly woo, I talk about sweating and doing exercise. But sometimes when we're so triggered, we need something right away. So this is where I say, like, get a wiffle ball bat, beat the pillow with your, beat the pillow with your hands. Jump up and down, 10 jumping jacks, do 25 burpees, push ups to get the energy out. Another way that you can get out some of the triggered anger is to push up against a wall or a tree with all of your might, and really literally through the tension, you're dissipating the anger. So this is about anger management, but it's a very specific kind of anger. It's an anger that's rooted in powerlessness because we didn't have words to express what was going on with us. That's what's coming up. Now, the next part of this then is to be compassionate with yourself, like the mother who would take on that infant or toddler who's so angry and frustrated, that mother who would hold it, allow it to express itself, and then help it to come back to a space of calm and peace. And this is what you're also going to have to do for yourself with this eclipse. It really does offer both energies. This sort of banging trigger of old anger and powerlessness could go all the way through past lives if you believe in that. And certainly as a collective consciousness, we are working through powerlessness and anger on such a deep level. But also this solar eclipse also affords us a sense of, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can handle this anger. Yes, I can use this anger to create the life that I truly want. I will use this anger to burn away what no longer serves my vision for the future I desire. And there is this sense of, once you release the anger and really let go of the triggers, there is room to feel very much at peace with how you are going to live your life in a way that is aligned with what you truly value and a sense of integrity. So again, through all eclipse season and through all eclipse portals, salt water, the ocean, tears, letting the tears come through. If getting so angry that you cry may be something that happens this week, let the tears do their work to release the trigger, to release the old energy. Also, getting by the ocean, incredibly helpful right now to just dissipate the edginess, the chaos, the frenetic energy, the static. And of course, Epsom salt baths, or any just kind of salt bath, any salt bath. Remember to do the alchemy bath. You do equal parts of Epsom salt and baking soda, which helps cleanse every layer of your being, including your magnetic field. Drink a lot of water this week because these energies are hot, they're popping, they're moving fast. It's going to be hot on the planet in general. If you're in the northern hemisphere, drink a ton of water. And as we hit the dark moon phase leading up to this solar eclipse, so really like Thursday, Friday, really going to be deep, productive times of cleansing, releasing, going through your closets, going through the cabinets, getting rid, detoxes, letting go of old habits. Really productive time to do it. And as you let go, it's going to last. It's a lasting let go. Dreams also very potent through all eclipse portals. So pay attention to what comes up for you around how are you going to nurture yourself. And this identification with mother. What is mother? What is the internal mother? What is your relationship like with your mother? How do you mother yourself? How do you nurture others? Whether you're male, female, however you gender identify, we all have this need to nurture and care for that which is important to us. And right now, it's the dream of a better future, the dream of a more equal future, a future rooted in equality. So when this new moon solar eclipse activates, you may want to take action immediately. But because there's so many planets retrograde, you may have a sense of like extreme self-doubt. So write it out. Write it out and allow this time. It's like a new moon. They always say, take action on new moons for your manifestation. But perhaps this is a new moon where we're going to get a lot of download of, yes, this is what I want to happen. Yes, this is what I want to see. But I don't yet know the clear path of how to get there. And so I'm not going to take action. I'm just going to sit with this knowing. It is a moon of knowing. And this summer solstice energy is just going to be so powerful this year. And the more still and silent you can be, the more productive the integration of energies will be for you. So the darkness is going to be illuminated. Truths are going to come out. Speak with integrity. Do not lie during this eclipse season. And if you have been lying to people, come out with the truth. Be truthful right now. And when other people come to you to say, hey, I wasn't truthful with you, I want to be truthful now, accept this gesture, accept this action of integrity from other people. Allow the truth to come out. Allow the truth to heal. Allow the truth to illuminate the path ahead. That is what this solar eclipse is here to do. And although it could be uncomfortable on the other side of it, there is such great clarity as we will then go into another lunar eclipse on July 5th, which is going to give us a whole nother upswell of emotional information to really center us into a stance on our values that we can adhere to without a doubt. So the way that the cycle looks is we had a lunar eclipse 2 weeks ago, brought up a lot of emotional material that we cannot deny. Now we get the solar eclipse that illuminates the truth. It illuminates, we see clearly, okay, this is what I want now. This is what I see. This is the vision I want to create. How am I going to do it? Then we have 2 weeks of really thinking about how are we going to do that? What needs to come with us? What needs to fall away? And then we have another lunar eclipse that's going to be one more last sweep. Okay, what old pain, resentments, grudges, flashpoints, anger, aggression, old patterns, miasmas from the inheriting patterns from our ancestors, all of that, one last, okay, what needs to go? So that after July 5th, we're really clear about who we are and what we want and what we're here to create. So this is a time of a complete restructuring of what our purpose is and what it looks like to be on this planet and why we're here and why we want to stay here. And this time is a time to be deeply intimate with yourself. So if you want some help on learning how to do that and getting to know these inner parts of yourself, and if you want to look at your chart and see how this affects you, please contact me. That's what I do for clients. And once again, if you think that there are people in your life that could resonate with this material, please pass it on to them, because that's what this is about. It's about sharing the wisdom and the knowledge so that we can all be elevating and living out our dreams, because that's what we're here to do. So thank you all so much for viewing. I hope you get a chance to really relish these energies coming in. Namaste.